Hello again, Year 7. We are going to be doing some more work on algebra today. We're going to be trying to build on the skills that we developed last lesson. So let's take a look at what we're going to be doing. So the purpose of what we're doing today is just to get more practice at what we introduced yesterday in the last lesson. And first of all, we're just going to check whether you recall what we were doing last time. So I've just put 4 little reminders, 4 little questions that we were doing last time. You could challenge yourself here. Pause the video, see if you think you know what the answers to these are. If not, I'm just going to go through them right now. So the first question says 5y plus 2y. They're both family of y. I can add those together. The answer to this one is 7y. In the next question, I can see we've got some terms that are w and some terms that are z. So I'm just going to circle the ones that are z. We've got a 5z and a plus 3z. So remember, the sign always belongs to what it is in front of. And we've got a plus 3w and a take away 2w. So I'm going to do the z's first. 5z plus 3z is 8z. And then 3w take away 2w leaves 1w. But remember, for 1, we just write the letter. Similarly here, we've got families of a's. We've got 3 of those. And there's just plus b there. So let's see. 6a plus 2a is 8a. And then if I take away 8a, I've got no a's left. Now, if I got no a's, I don't have to write 0 a's. I just don't write anything for it. So the only thing that I've got left is just b. And then in the final quick reminder, I've got some pure numbers by themselves. I've got a 5 and a take away 4. And then I can also see I've got a plus 4g and a take away 2g. So let's do the numbers first. 5 take away 4 is 1. And then looking at the g's, I've got plus 4g, take away 2g, and that is 2g's. So with what we're going to try and do today, we're just doing the same maths, but we're going to introduce the idea of a pyramid. And you've probably used these pyramids before when we've been doing addition. You might have seen these sorts of ideas at primary school. I think even Mrs. Morgan did a question like this in the quiz, but was numbers, not algebra. So it says, in an addition pyramid, we can get the next block by adding together the 2 blocks beneath it. So for example, if I want to work out this block here, I have to add the 6a and the 2a, which we know is 8a. If I add the 2a and the 4a, I'm going to get this block here. That would be 6a. And to get the very, very top block, I will need to now add these 2 answers together. 8a and 6a is 14a. But obviously with an algebra pyramid, you've got to be a little bit careful, because if you get one of the blocks wrong, and you might see this when you're checking some answers later, if you get one of the blocks wrong, then the following connecting blocks will be incorrect as well. Let's look at some harder examples before you try some for yourselves. So in this pyramid, I've now got 2 different variables, and that's going to be interesting because when I try and add to get this first block here, it actually just ends up being 3a plus 5b, because I can't add those together and make something different with a's and b's. It's just still separate 3a plus 5b. And similarly here, I'm just going to add 5b and 9a. But I'm going to write it in the same order as this because it'll make adding this together a little bit easier at the end. So I'm going to write this one as 9a plus 5b. Then to get my top block, I need to add my a's. That would be 12a. And I need to add my 2 lots of 5b's, which would be 10b. In this pyramid, I've got a situation where all my terms are a's and b's. there's going to be a lot of adding to be doing. So if I look at this first block here, I need to add my A's. Well, that's 3A. And I need to add my B's. And that's plus 5B. This block here, I need to add my A's. And that is 6A. But I need to be a little bit careful adding my B's because I've got a plus 4B, but a take away a B. So that leaves me 3 B's instead. And then finally for my top, I've got a 3A and a 6A. That's 9 A's. And a 5B and a 3B. And altogether, that is 8 B's. In my final pyramid, and you might see some like this today, I've done it a little bit differently. I haven't given you all the 3 bottom blocks. But we know, if I'm going to try and work out this block here, that this and this block that I'm trying to work out must add together to give me the 9C plus 4D. So we can work out this block by doing a little bit of subtraction. What plus 6C makes 9C? Well, that's 9 take away 6, so that must be 3 C's. What's going to make the 4D? Well, if I've already got 2 D's, I'm going to need another 2 D's. And once we've got that one, we should be able to work out these other two relatively easily. So we've got 8 C's and 4 D's. And then finally, putting the C's and D's together for the top one, we've got 17 C's and 8 D's. So, you're going to try some questions for me, and I very much hope that you've been able to print out this sheet. If you've not been able to print out this sheet, then what I would suggest you do is you just do some of the questions. You're not going to be able to do them all because they will take forever to draw out. But what I would suggest you do is you don't just do the first 2 or 3 because you'll never get onto some of the harder ones. You maybe do, I don't know, the multiples of 6, something like that. So you could try 6, 12, 18 and so on. Also, don't worry that there are no questions 13 to 15. I've just skipped a few so we can progress a little bit quicker.